Hey guys, and happy Salvage Saturday. So for today's DIY, or at least the first one, I have three of them today. For the first one, I bought this little stool at Goodwill. It was 75% off when I got it. It wasn't broken when I bought it, but when I was cleaning my craft room recently, it must have fallen off one of the shelves or something like that, and the top came off. And so, I have to fix it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sand everything just to kind of get rid of some of the grittiness that's on it. And there's like a few parts that aren't really smooth, so I'm just trying to smooth that out, like the parts around where the bottom part was glued in, just kind of cleared off some of that glue. I'm going to take this Martha Stewart paint. I got it from Michael's a while ago, and I think it's called Cocoa Brown or Coffee Bean or something like that. So I'm just going to give both pieces one, like a coat, maybe two coats, just to kind of cover up the design, because I want the brown to kind of show through when I do my coat of white over it. So here's what it looks like with the two coats of the brown. And I didn't, make them too thick or anything like that. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of cover it up so that green wasn't showing through. And then I'm going to take my homemade white chalk paint and my favorite brush that I got from Goodwill, and I'm just going to give it a coat of the white, kind of dry, not really dry brushing, but a light coat just to give it that weathered look. Excuse me. And like I said, I'm just going to go over the whole thing, and you know, I think it looks great. So then I'm going to take some wood glue and put it onto the legs, and I'm going to add a dab of hot glue just so that I can have that long-term, short-term hold so that I can finish the project up. And so I'm just going to go ahead and glue that in there. And once it was upside down like this, I kind of noticed there was a few spots that I missed with the white. So I'm just going to go ahead and touch those pieces up. And I love this homemade chalk paint that I made because it's perfect for like doing dry brushing or when I want to do that weathered look, because it works really, really well for that. So then once I'm done doing that, I got this, and I'm actually using my Cricut, guys. I've had it forever. I've used it before, and it's just been sitting for a good while now. So I finally broke it out, and I just got this decal from the Design Space, and I'm just gonna go ahead, peel it off. And I use, instead of using like the Cricut transfer tape, I use the clear shelf liner from Dollar Tree. I like it a little bit better because it's sticky, but it's not so sticky that it pulls up like the paint and stuff when you put it on. So I like it better than the transfer tape from like Cricut or whatever, because that one, the stick sometimes is just a little bit too sticky and it pulls up a lot of the paint. So I like this one because it's sticky enough, but you can pull it off no problem. And see, I was able to pull it off and it didn't pull any of the paint off or anything like that. And I'll save this for like other little projects that I might want to do, because you can reuse it at least one more time. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the white chalk paint and kind of go over it really, really lightly over the stencil or over the decal, just to give it that weathered look so it matches. So today's collaboration, my co-host is Sun over at Sun's Art. So definitely go check her channel out. She is amazing. She has some great DIYs. So honored that she agreed to co-host with me. It was kind of short notice and she agreed, like just so easily. So thank you so much, and definitely go check out her channel, show her some love, let her know I sent you. And thank you again. So for my next DIY, I got this wood plaque at Dollar Tree. And when I took it downstairs, I left it in the bag with the rest of the stuff, which I don't usually do. I try to empty my bags out when I get them, but with everything going on in my craft room, I just kind of threw it down there, and one of the little panels fell out or broke off. So I just glued it back together, and then I'm going to give it a coat of, the Waverly antique wax. And I'm going to do the front and the back because I want the whole thing to look finished. And it was soaking up this it was soaking up the wax. I mean, I was putting it on there and it was just like I wasn't doing anything. So I had to give it a pretty good thick coat. And then once I was done giving both sides a coat, I'm just going to go ahead and take a napkin and just kind of wipe off any of the excess. I use the wax paint kind of begrudgingly because it takes so long to dry and I'm so impatient. I like things to just kind of be done when I'm done painting. I want it to be finished, and you can't use the heat gun because it kind of bubbles up. It doesn't really dry it. So it. I like the color. I like that it works. I would rather use stain, but I'm inside, so I can't use stain. So I've had these little clips from the Target Dollar Spot for a few years now, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the whatever wax paint is left on the brush. I'm just going to brush it onto the clip just so it kind of matches a little bit better. And I'm going to leave the heart black because I think it gives it like a farmhouse feel, so I like it. Now I couldn't decide whether I wanted to just use 2 clips or where I wanted to place them, and so I ended up using 2 more, putting 4 of them on there, and I think it looked great. You can use this for pictures, you can put little notes on there, whatever you want. I think it's perfect for stuff like that. And I actually made one last year using the other signs that Dollar Tree, they have them this year too, that have the words already on there that are like the MDF, not the particle board, not necessarily the wood. And I just painted over it, and I did the same thing, except I did it more of a whitewash rather than the stained wood. But I really like this stained one. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use that crossbeam that's on the back kind of as my guide where I'm going to put the clips so that they're all even. And I just went ahead and hot glued them on there. And I called this one done. So in case you guys don't know, today's collaboration is called Salvage Saturday. It's one that I started a few months ago. And basically, you just take something that you were either going to throw away or give away or that's broken, and you fix it up and give it new life. And that's it. So basically, kind of a trash to treasure, but I kind of like the name. So Salvage Saturday it was. So if you're coming over here from the playlist, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know that you came from the playlist. So for my next one, I use that picture that I showed you at the beginning kind of as my inspiration. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different, but I just have this old frame that I used actually when I did my craft battle with Annie a few months ago for Christmas. And I ended up taking the canvas off, and I'm just going to use this frame because the canvas actually broke. It got poked, something poked through it, so I just pulled it off. And then I'm going to be using a cinch board that I got at Dollar Tree over the summer and the subway tiles that they still have now. So then I'm just going to give the frame a coat of black ink, Waverly paint. Ugh, that came out wrong. Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. That's what I was supposed to say. So I gave the whole frame, like the inside of it too, a coat of the black paint. And then I'm going to take one of the cinch boards because there's 2 of them in this pack. And basically it's just like a thick piece of like board. And I had to go wash my hands. So the magic of YouTube, I was able to go wash my hands and come back. And it's just a really thick piece of, board. You can use that, or you can use foam board or cardboard, anything just to give it a little bit more stability and make it a little bit more sturdy. So these tiles fit perfectly on here, and because the frame is also a square 12 by 12, it works fine. It's perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue the tile onto the back of the frame because I could not find my staple gun. So I'm just going to end up hot gluing it on there. And then once I do that, I got a vinyl or a decal from the Design Space. I'm using my Cricut yet again, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put this decal on there. Now I'm going to show you that sometimes they do get messed up. It happens. You trying to put the decal on and it goes on wrong, or it doesn't stick where you want it to stick. So I'm going to just kind of show you that they are at times salvageable, and I'm clumsy. I make weird mistakes. So you see that little bubble right there? Yeah, it kind of messes things up a little bit, but I'm able to fix it. So just check this out. um, it sticks to the vinyl. I mean, it sticks to the transfer tape, and then I'm able to just kind of pull it off, untangle it, and glue it. I mean, stick it back on there. So it worked out fine, and you're just able to kind of smooth it off and put it back in there. So, it happens, but it's always salvageable. So there you go. That's all I did for that one. And guys, let me know in the comments down below which one you like best. And again, if you're coming over from the playlist, welcome. Thank you so much. And to all my regular subscribers, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And guys, I hope that you like these. And until next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye.